There's an old story that starts with a question. What's the difference between rats and humans? If you put some cheese at the end of a tunnel, both the rat and the human will go down the tunnel to get the cheese. But if, after some weeks or years, you stop putting cheese at the end of the tunnel, the rat will eventually stop going down the tunnel. He will start looking somewhere else for the cheese. Humans, on the other hand, will keep going down the tunnel again and again. And if you point out to them, there's no cheese at the end of the tunnel, they will say to you, but it's a good tunnel. They will point out how well built the tunnel is, and how everyone else thinks it's a good tunnel, and that they have always gone down the same tunnel, and so on. At some point in our lives, many of us become aware that there's no cheese at the end of the tunnel, but we can't figure out what the other option might be. Everyone else keeps going down the tunnel. It seems to be the only game in town. What I want to do is talk for a minute about this tunnel we're all in, the one we all seem to be going down. The tunnel works like this. My current state is just a bit incomplete, and I can solve this incompletion by reaching some future state. So that's what I do each day of my life. I get up and go out into the world and move towards my future state. If you think about this, you've been doing it all your life. There's always been some future situation that you've been moving towards, one that represents a more completed state. When you were in high school, it was about getting your driver's license and then becoming a senior. Then it was about moving away from home or going away to college. Then there was the degree you were after, or the job, or the next apartment, or the next relationship. A car, a house, a partnership. Getting your kids off to the right schools. And if you are in your 50s or 60s now, it's getting your portfolio a bit more sorted before you can dial back at work, or taking a yoga course, or a Zen training. It's always just out in front of you, this future state, this future you, who will finally be completed in some way, and finally okay. But you never really arrive at this future self. There is always another situation out in front of you, another future you, who is completed and happier in some way. We are only ever alive in the present. So when we are always feeling that our completion is in the future, this means our own software has us feeling just a bit incomplete in all the moments we are ever alive.